Coming up on the Lakeside Loop, students celebrate homecoming, Officer Johnson visits with students, grade school students race around Lakeside, and Teacher Time speaks with Mrs. Dorn. The Loop starts now. Welcome back to the Lakeside Loop. I'm John Loest.
And I'm Natalie Pop. Students had the opportunity this past week to participate in various activities, from musical chairs to water relay, dress up, and cheer on the Warriors at the game. Megan Huber tells us the details.
So on Monday we had pajama day, also dress up as senior day. And it was really fun because we all got to wear our comfy clothes to school, although you did have to kind of fight to stay awake in class a little more. And then we also had the activity at the end of the day, which was dodgeball. And the seniors took home first, which is really fun and great for my class. And then on Tuesday, we had beach day. So everyone wore their fun Hawaiian shirts to school. Some of the guys wore some swim trunks, which was pretty funny. And then for our activity, we had a water relay, which was really fun because it kind of fit the theme of beach day with water. And it was really funny watching all the classes try to dump water behind their head blindfolded.
Go, Daddy! Great, Daddy!
And then on Wednesday we had our work day, which is just like a nice day off, and we could kind of just relax and talk to our classmates and have fun. And all of the stuff in the hallways turned out really great, and the videos were also super funny to watch.
Giving your parents a call, doing geometry, creating videos, or locating your school ID.
So we also worked on doors, banners, windows, hallway, and lockers. We also got to watch boys volleyball, which was always really fun to watch because normally you just see the girls playing, so it's always fun to see what our class has in store. And the girls also did powder puff, which again shows all the fun things that we don't get to watch girls normally do because normally we have guys football and girls volleyball, so it was fun to see roles reversed. And we also had our talent show at the end of the day, and everyone was super talented. It was really amazing, and it showed God's blessings that He gave to all those people. On Thursday we had color day, so the freshmen got to wear yellow, the sophomores had pink, juniors had blue, and seniors had black. And then at the end of the day we had musical chairs, which is always really exciting because it's different every year. You don't necessarily have to be super good at it. And at the end it got super funny because one person was diving on the chair while the other one was trying to pull it out from under them. So that was pretty fun to watch. And then on Friday's Warrior Day, where we all wear all of our Warrior stuff. And at the end of the day, we had our little pep rally where we find out who won. And the seniors won this year, which was super fun for my class, especially as our last year, having our last homecoming. I'm a little sad because I'm definitely going to miss all of the fun activities we do throughout the week and having the dance. It really helps bring the students together, and it kind of just shows your pride for your school, and it just lets us show all of our blessings from God.
We saw some great school spirit throughout the week and hope it continues for the rest of the year.
Lakeside greatly appreciates the Lake Mills Police Departments and their work for our school and city. In fact, they have inspired students to pursue a career in law enforcement. Officer Johnson sat down with students and staff to talk more about this important service.
A couple mornings ago, it was Coffee with a Cop with Officer Jess Johnson. We all went to the atrium and they had coffee and donuts set out. We all just got to sit there around 7:30 in the morning and we got to ask Officer Johnson any questions that we had. She told us stories then from her time in the field. She doesn't like giving people tickets and whatnot, and so that's why she works in like schools and with kids and whatnot, because that's what she really wanted to do. Coffee with a Cop is really good for people to learn about Officer Johnson and be more comfortable around her in general, but it also gets you closer to the police officer field, and I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with those people most of the time. A lot of the time she has to deal with the worst people society can see, and she doesn't always like that aspect, but that's part of her job. The hardest thing that Officer Johnson said that she's ever had to do was go to somebody's house and tell them that their child wasn't coming home. I think Officer Johnson is a really impressionable lady. She leaves a good impression when she talks to you. and she's just very friendly and is there to help. I think that police officers just want to help people and they want to protect people, but then they also have to do the hard parts that other people don't want to do.
Thanks again to Officer Johnson and her work at our school.
Once again, Federation Flyby brings us the latest news from grade schools connected to Lakeside.
This past week, Lakeside hosted a grade school cross-country meet. The grade school students raced around the Lakeside campus, and some high school cross-country runners even ran with them. It was a fun event for all the students. Mr. Austin tells us more.
All right, so last Tuesday we had an opportunity to host the annual Lakeside LES grade school invites. So that was a real fun opportunity for us to host 4 races. That featured about 230 grade schoolers running around our campus. So the high schoolers are, in essence, the meet hosts, and it was a really, really fun time. We had 4 races between 5th and 6th grade boys, 5th and 6th grade girls, and then, of course, 7th and 8th grade boys and 7th and 8th grade girls. And crowned 4 team champions throughout the evening, and then, of course, we honored the top 5 from each race as well. So it was a really special night for us, and one that the kids really, really enjoy playing host for that, because a lot of them, of course, participated in that, and then got a lot of kids that got a bit of exposure into the sport, and also got a foot in the door on our campus and took a look around to see what a day is perhaps like in our program.
We are anxious to hear what is going on at your grade school. Have your principal email Mr. Hackbarth at Lakeside if you have any stories that we could share. And now, it's teacher time.
Teacher time, teacher time, teacher time with Ryan Fisher.
Hey, you heard the news? There's a conspiracy going around. A Dorn conspiracy. The word is that first there was one of them, but now there's like 14.
There's only 3.
Yeah, like I said, only 3. Today, we're gonna get the inside scoop from one of them. Mrs. Dorn, here at the ELC.
So Ryan, what would you like to know?
What kind of music do you like?
I like all different types of music. I get a lot of hate for not saying country right away, but I still like country.
How is the Dorn takeover going?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
What are the pros and cons of working at Lakeside?
Well, going back to the Dorn takeover one, I get to work with a lot of family. That's pretty nice. I get to work with a lot of great kids. Some cons, the stuff that I'm teaching is a lot harder than the grade school stuff that I used to teach, so it takes a little bit longer to learn the content.
How did you meet Mr. Dorn?
We had a mutual friend, so my really good friend and roommate for a couple years in college went to grade school with Mr. Dorn, and she kind of was saying, hey, maybe you guys should date. So then he Snapchatted me, and we dated long distance for a while.
What's the weirdest thing you've had to deal with as a teacher?
I guess just in general, the goofy questions that kids will sometimes ask you that you would never expect. I think I got a lot of questions about dating Mr. Dorn, and some of those were pretty ridiculous and weird.
What are your thoughts on Mr. Dorn's hair?
I actually don't mind it as much as people, I think, would expect me to. I told him he had to wait until after the wedding to grow it out, so he did that.
And now, the speed round. Left or right Twix?
Left.
Home church?
St. Paul Lake Mills.
Favorite color?
Purple.
Favorite Disney movie?
The Lion King.
Hometown growing up?
Lusaka, Zambia.
Have you ever been charged by an elephant?
Yes, multiple times.
Ice skating or snowshoeing?
I would have to go with ice skating.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
We love getting to know teachers at our school and look forward to the next episode. It is time to check out what is going on with sports.
Hello, I'm Keegan Lundgren.
And I'm Angelina Petrovich. Welcome to the fastest news in sports. We cover all of last week's sports in less than 2 minutes. This past week, the cross-country team ran at the Westby Reed Invitational, with the boys' team taking first. Lakeside's fastest runners on the boys' team included Cameron Weiland taking second, Mark Garcia placing fourth, Daniel Ertman finishing fifth overall. On the girls' side, the top runner was Hannah Minning, taking second place, Mia Kron, Amelia Povich, and Molly Wiedenfeld, all finishing in the top 10.
The golf team had their sectional meet on Monday, involving 9 teams. They tied for 5th place overall with a score of 384. Only the top 2 teams move on to state. For individual play, it came down between a playoff hole between Reagan Gebhardt from Lakeside and Caden Peary from the Prairie School. Both golfers shot an impressive 85 for that round. Caden defeated Reagan in a 1-hole playoff, punching her ticket to state.
A large crowd was in attendance Friday for our homecoming football game against the Columbus Cardinals. The team unfortunately had some tough competition, losing to the Cardinals 28-35. Highlights include an amazing 2-point conversion by Cole Lossetter and a 66-yard touchdown by Caden Boo.
On Monday, the varsity soccer team won 3-0 against Brookfield Academy, with the midfields having a good game playing defensively. Later in the week, the team won against Lodi 2-1, with the team playing a great defense against Lodi's team, keeping pressure on the Warriors throughout the game. An amazing header by Josh Cranky in the last 3 minutes put the Warriors ahead.
In other news, volleyball faced our rivals Lake Mills, winning in 3 sets, and bowling is starting up its season.
And that's time.
Many of us have played with puzzles before, but some of us like something a little more challenging, like detailing a car. Seth Fox tells us more.
I customize and detail cars. Basically, I honestly do whatever you want. Paint rims, audio, anything you can possibly imagine. One of my recent projects was my dad's Jeep. It started out as just a regular old red 2006 Jeep Liberty. I painted the rims red, tried to match the color a little bit to the red of the Jeep. I tore out his entire factory sound system and replaced it with one that I like, with a subwoofer, so you can hear the bass of whatever you're playing, and then just other speakers so you don't destroy them. Well, I was messing around one day on Amazon, and I decided to get an underglow kit because I see some cars and I was like, that looks cool. And I just threw it on, and it actually turned out better than I expected. It's honestly, it was all self-taught, except for when I was putting a radio in, that I had to look it up. Otherwise, everything, I'm just experimenting. Honestly, in the future, I'd like to maybe work on other people's cars, maybe start my own business one day, because it's something I like doing, and I heard that if you get a job that you like, you're never working a day in your life.
And now, you're in the loop. I'm John Lowe.
And I'm Natalie Pop. Thanks for watching.